What's up, Aries, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, we're going to jump right into your November mid-month reading. So this is going to be from the dates from November 15th to about December 15th, so definitely keep that in mind. Now guys, in a few hours I'm actually getting on a flight to New Orleans. It's the 16th right now as I'm recording this, but I'll be there from November 17th to November 20th. The 18th and 19th I will be open if anybody wants to do an in-person reading, or if you guys want to meet up. I'm going to see if there's one night that I can go kind of to like a lounge area, something like that, and just let everybody know. So if you guys are in the area, you want to come out, say hi, have a drink, whatever, I'll be there. All of my information, guys, if you need a personal reading in New Orleans or just needing one in general, all of that will be in the link below. And if you guys want to stay up to date with just the daily energies that I put out and all of my Instagram stuff, you could find it at High Vibrations 44. All right, guys, so let's see what is up for you. Now, from what I remember with the last reading we did for you guys, was that there was something that was really making you happy or someone around you happy, but there was some sort of guilt that was associated with it, where somebody was scared to take it for whatever reason, somebody felt delayed for whatever reason. So we'll see how things kind of developed and what we're dealing with now, energetically speaking. So this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Aries signs. All right, so what's going on with the sign of Aries? November mid-month. All right, guys, so we have your past, present, and future. All right, very interesting. So the energy that we have here, guys, is the Page of Wands in reverse. So off bat, there could just be something that you just don't want to put your energy in at all. This could be someone as a communicator who's just not communicating, okay, cutting a situation out, or someone who's speaking in like a very petty way, like a gossipy sort of way, someone that just likes to start shit. We have the Tower card in the reverse and the Fool card in the reverse. So for a lot of you, I don't feel that this is something that you're engaging in, whether that's a personal choice or whether, you know, you have no choice but to not be part of something. And it could be difficult, okay, for you, or maybe it's difficult for somebody that's close to you, but someone's just not willing to move forward. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse back there, guys, you know, in the energy, the reason why this isn't being moved forward with is because someone just doesn't see how it can realistically happen, how it can realistically unfold. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse will not move towards something until it makes sense, until there's some sort of logic that backs up whatever it is, you know, that they want to go towards. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's start with the past, guys. The first card that you have is the Nine of Cups. So this talks about just being very happy, feeling fulfilled, you know, having finer things in life in some cases. Why is this Nine of Cups here? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And it's funny because the Ten of Wands tried popping out, and that's a card about burden. Ace of Wands in reverse talks about, you know, something that you're not moving forward with or that you have to release. And a sense of having to be, you know, very protective towards something. There's a duality here. It could be that you guys were very, very happy to release something, okay? Or that someone around you was happy that something involving you was released. But again, you know, a lot of bullets that were dodged. But someone's really just in their head about this. They're in their head about this, but they completely understand why everything has to happen. The Moon card in the reverse is clarity. This is having kind of like an epiphany. Okay, everything being out on the table, you know, all secrets being known. We have the Nine of Wands. Page of Wands and the Death card. Someone sees something for what it is. They're very, very clear on it. And I just see a huge determination for change. Now, with this energy that we have coming up, King of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Wands, Empress card in the reverse, some of you could have moved away from an abusive situation. whether it was mental, physical, emotional, whether you were the abuser or somebody else was. And if it wasn't that, then someone is protecting themselves at such an extreme that they could be questioned for how harshly they're being protective, or how harshly they're just handling something. I kind of see it as maybe, this is not a specific situation. I see it just an example so that you guys can understand it. Maybe a person that's been like abused, battered up at home, getting hit constantly, and not wanting to tell anybody, not wanting to put that burden on anyone else. And then maybe their lover gets home, or their significant other gets home one day from work, and everything's just gone. No clothes, nothing. And, the lover's telling the family and friends, and like, oh my God, why would they do that? That's so extreme. It's like, yeah, but you don't know all of it. This person was getting beat. So it could be that sort of situation. It's like, wow, they were so drastic, they left like that. It's like, they kind of had no choice, So whatever this was, it was extreme. Whether you felt it was extreme in a good or positive way, or, something that was just very heavy. But somebody was definitely affected heavily. And I feel like it could have been a negative sort of, energy with this. Something's ending abruptly. Is this a betrayal? Is this something that just seems to end from one second to the next? Why is this Ten of Swords here? We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, guys, somebody was really suffering with this. But with the Judgment card in the reverse popping out there, that's when it's like you're finally making a final call on something. And it's like, I might have gone back and forth with this in the past, but now I know for a fact that it has to go. And it could be difficult to release something when you know it's final. Like, in your heart and in your soul that it's done. But that's what I see. I see that, anyone involved with this just had to take the path of least resistance. And that involved, releasing this. But I see it brings stability in your life. Maybe even more money and finances in your life as well. So it could have been affecting you in more than one area in your life. Now, in the present moment, guys, the first card that you have is the Four of Cups in the reverse. So this talks about an offer that is accepted, or just something that's accepted in general. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So my question to you guys is, have you reconciled with something, or just with, something or someone from the past? Whether it was you reaching out or them reaching out. I see something from the past being revisited. And again, it doesn't have to be a person. This could be an idea. Maybe you had a business idea. You kind of left it on the back burner. Now it's like, you know what? Let me bring that back up. Whatever this is, for a lot of you, it's going to be a huge blessing. Okay? Because either it's helping you get your money right in a very extreme way, or it's just bringing in intense happiness. I see someone extremely happy and needing it right now. Okay? What is this huge blessing, guys? You have the Sun card. This is the center of your reading. Okay? Every card taps into this. Whatever shift, Aries, you guys are going through, I see it being a very positive one. So if you do find yourself being that Aries that could be suffering, that is going through something very heavy, keep your head up and, stand your ground, because I see it changing drastically for you. So why is the Sun card here? We have the Knight of Swords and the Temperance card in the reverse. Cutting out something that your soul is not going to be, okay with, that it doesn't feel good around. For some of you, this could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini specifically. But I just see someone that needs to think logically. All right. Think with your logic. Don't think with your emotions right now. With whatever this is, again, that's being released, it had such a big blockage on you, where now that that's going to be kind of like out of the way, it's like the universe is kind of trying to catch up with all the good things it's been trying to give you. But I feel like a lot of you could have been putting other good things on hold just because of something that you were in, something that could have ran its course a while ago. All right? But just know, in order to get whatever blessing this is, you guys had to release that. Okay? The last card that you guys have for the present moment is the King of Wands. So this is your energy here in a very powerful and strong way. We have the Ten of Cups. You guys are extremely happy. You guys are feeling very powerful within yourselves. You're feeling very stable. Okay, Four of Wands here. So maybe it's a friend you let go of. Maybe it's a lover. Maybe it's a job. Okay. But yeah, guys, this completely changes your life. Very positively. The first card you have for the future is wish fulfillment, the Star card. Okay. That's your immediate future, guys. You're getting something that you feel is wish fulfillment. But at the same time that you're getting this, there's still a loss that you're thinking about, that you're focusing on. Okay? With the Five of Cups, that's when a person is kind of crying over spilled milk. There's nothing you can do about it at this time. So focus on what you have going for yourself as opposed to what wasn't working out. All right? And be patient. Definitely be patient with yourself. Because it was just going to cause too much conflict, guys. You have the Hermit card in the reverse as your next card for the future. Why is this popping up? You have the Eight of Swords. The World card in the reverse. Guys, whatever this is, and I don't want you guys to get paranoid with this. Because at the end of the day, it just had to go. But whether this is on your end or someone else's end, whatever it was that you guys were involved with, either someone didn't have the full truth about something you were doing, or you didn't have the full truth. So I feel like for a lot of you, even though something is kind of being released or something's being changed, I feel like it comes up again in the future. Or something in regards to this comes up where you're just like, oh shit. I'm seeing things now that I didn't realize before. Okay? Someone is stuck on something because of something that they're finding out. And this is something that can cause fighting. So even after the situation is done, it could be something that's revisited. Like, hey, I know we broke up last month, but yeah, I heard that you were cheating on me for much longer than that. It could be something like that, where it's just like someone's really pissed off at you. Maybe you're pissed off at them. But deep down, it's something that you always knew or something that they always knew. High Priestess. Ace of Pentacles. And you have the Strength card. So although that conflict is there, you guys go into something so powerful where it empowers you greatly. So again, if there's a loss you're feeling, it subsides very quickly. So there's this empowerment that you guys are kind of just walking in. But with whatever it is, whether it's, a work project or, just whatever it is you guys are working on, a new business, a new love, whatever, this is not something that will be 100% established overnight. But slow and steady is going to win the race here. And this is something that I see having long-term just stability, having longevity here. If this is anything to do with money, business, I see this being able to produce generational wealth. But again, stick to it. Slow and steady will win the race. Make sure that you have a very solid foundation before you add on to whatever this is that you guys are building. But this looks great, Aries, okay? So this is going to be very positive for you guys. Now, let me just get you guys some cards of advice just to see what we want to take away from all that. Any advice that Spirit might have for you guys. What is going on with the sign of Aries? In regards to advice for November Midmonth 2019. Alright guys, Sun card in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So either there's a sense of protection that either you're putting out or maybe someone's protecting themselves from you. But whatever it is that you're being reserved about, whether it's, a person or maybe just not spending money, whatever it is that you're losing faith in, it's like the most that could have happened here, or no, let me reword that. I just feel that someone just put so much effort into this. Someone tried different ways of kind of, making this happen. But it's something that was just blocking you. Any decision to be around this or immersed in this was blocking you. You guys are really meant for a new stage in life. With the Eight of Swords in the reverse, you're able to see things much clearer. You're able to move on from any wrong preconceived notions you may have had on anything. Okay. Why is the Sun card in the reverse here? We have the Five of Wands, Two of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups. So one, you're protecting yourself. Two, because you do that and you take this strong path, you're just really, really happy with whatever this is that you guys are going towards, whatever it is that you're working on. I really just feel like this is going to be very significant for a lot of you. Okay. I feel like it's something beyond just a simple start or a simple ending. I feel like this is like a life shift for a lot of you. Okay. So very interesting, guys. Now I am going to come out with your December readings next. So we'll see how this develops. Now, like I said, guys, if you need a personal reading or anything like that, all of this information can be found in the description below. And guys, we are getting into the holiday season. So I'm in a place where I am doing my best to upgrade my home office. I just want to get like a lot more professional equipment, get the quality better. And just be able to put out much more content since I'm slowly shying away from personal readings. But I do have an Amazon wish list. If you guys do want to donate anything to the channel, just shoot me an email, highvibrations44@gmail.com, and I will send you guys a free reading to show my gratitude. Okay, thank you guys, love you.